Alright, welcome back to another video. Today's a quick one. My 2015 F150 with a 2.7 Ecoboost engine, which you see here. So if you find this video helpful, be sure to give it a like. Please subscribe to the channel. And if you have any questions, leave a comment. Alright, so let's get started. So symptoms I'm having are, I guess the best way to describe it is erratic boost pressure. So under full throttle only, there's a surging of the boost if you watch the gauge. You don't feel it real bad, but you can tell that the turbos are surging. And what I believe is going on here, there's no codes or anything, but the actuator rod, you can see one of them on this driver's side turbo here. That's for the wastegate. And there's a vacuum line and a solenoid that runs off of that on both sides. And there's a solenoid that controls how much vacuum goes to that for how much boost to bleed off. And if that vacuum isn't holding, it could cause that rod to kind of bleed off the boost pressure when it's under full boost. So it could be the solenoid themselves, but I've hooked up a vacuum gun to both solenoids at the solenoid itself and manually pumped the solenoids, and they seem to be working fine. So that leads me to this mysterious solenoid boost controller right here. If we look close at it, you can see the part number, that FL3E9E882BA. So this is kind of a strange one because if you look up 2015 F150 2.7 boost control valve or anything like that, you will not find this part, and the part you'll find is most likely the wrong one. It's for a 3.5, which is completely different and is in a completely different spot. So I've removed the engine cover with the two 10mm bolts, and under here you see right on the driver's side, right here is the solenoid we're looking for. Okay, so let's just pretend that fixes the problem. How do you get this? So you can find cheap aftermarket versions online. Really do not recommend using those. You want the OEM Motorcraft one. Well, the problem is Ford's parts catalog really does not help us in this scenario because this is used on many vehicles and it's used for different things. So on some vehicles this is used as an EGR solenoid, and on some vehicles it's a boost pressure solenoid. If you do locate through a Ford parts site the correct part, you'll be shocked to see that they want over $1,000 for it, and that's because it includes all new vacuum lines, which you may or may not need. But $1,000 for a little solenoid versus this genuine one here from Ford, it was only $70. So I'll have the part number and all that stuff in the description, how you can get it. I will show you that on the box here. There's our part number. When you look this up, it says it's for a modern 3.3 liter turbocharged or 3 liter turbocharged engine, but this is the exact part we need if we cross-reference it. So $70 versus $1,000. Difference is we just get the solenoid, so you need to make sure your lines are good. I'm going to show you real quick how we get this out. It's actually not that hard. We're just going to remove this wire going to the coil here, which I just did because I just did spark plugs on it. And then we're going to remove all the vacuum lines, keep track of which ones go which. And then there's two, looks like 10mm bolts that are actually holding it in place. Okay, back under here, I removed this one wire for the coil. It just gives me a little more access. There is a connector going to the cylinder head temperature sensor down here. I'm just going to pop that off. That should give me a little more room to work. Okay, now I can see that I have, try to get the focus here for you. There's a little spring clip on this vacuum line here that will compress. I have to get some pliers for that. There's another one behind it. These are your three vacuum lines that we need to disconnect. So there's another one behind it here that is just push on. There's another one on here that's crimped on. That's going to be the problem one. Probably have to cut that crimp off. that looks like that's going, this is the main vacuum line going back to the vacuum motor in the back of the engine. This one in the middle is the one that comes out and splits and goes to both turbos. And this last one here runs over here. Zoom out. This last one here runs along the front, comes up and goes into our intake. Looks like for the turbo there. And then there's also a connector on here, which comes off pretty easy. You can see that's our connector for the solenoid itself. And that kind of exposes our two 10mm bolts. Probably go ahead and pop those off, and it'll give me a little more room to work, but I should be able to wiggle this vacuum line off. They've been on there a while, obviously. 11 years, so it might take a little bit of work. Alright, so I got the old one off. So just before you start, make sure you take a picture of the vacuum lines, which one goes where. But this one, the one that has the little factory clamp on, I just stuck a screwdriver in there and opened it up a little bit, as if I slip it off. And now when I put it back on, I can crimp that back tight on there. Again, the next one didn't even have any kind of clamp on it, and this last one, which I put up over here, has this little spring clamp to hold it in place. They are 8mm bolts. Just hold it to the plastic valve cover, like this. I just used a 1/4" impact with the swivel to get this little tight angle right here. So reverse is just put the new one in, put everything back on it, easy. See, it just goes right back in place here. We'll bolt it down and put the vacuum lines back on. Alright, so I got everything back together. Thing plugged back in, just double check. Make sure you plug your vacuum lines in correctly, otherwise it's not going to work. That's all there is to it. So I just wanted to clear up some confusion. I know when I was looking, I was a little confused. Easiest way was just to get out here in the truck and look under the hood and cross-reference the part number. But hopefully this helps you out if you're having a similar problem. The surging turbos could be multiple things, but this is one of the symptoms of a bad solenoid boost control valve. So take it for a drive, see if that fixed your problem. Again, with no check engine lights, we're kind of loading up the parts cannon here, but it is what it is. All right, thanks for watching. Be sure to like the video if it helped you out. Subscribe. Until next time, we'll see you later.